Affordable adventure bikes are becoming better than ever before, and the Voge 525 DSX is proof of that. Welcome to the garage on Ride By. So for today's first ride review, we have this, the Voge 525 DSX. So now the local adventure motorcycle market has exploded with tons upon tons of offerings from new and established motorcycle manufacturers. Now before we dive into what makes this bike so special, let's first talk a bit about the brand. So those of you familiar with Voge would know that its parent company, Lonsin, is one of the biggest and most established Chinese motorcycle manufacturers. It's an open secret that Lonsin manufactures motorcycle engines for the likes of BMW. More specifically, the F900 series of BMW motorcycles. I'm talking about the F900R naked sport bike, as well as the F900 GS adventure bike and the F900 XR sport touring machine. As such, Lonsin and Voge have the manufacturing capability to match, if not exceed, that of global standards. And as for this, the 525 DSX, well, it is a middleweight adventure tourer that's more focused on road performance but is still very off-road capable. As its styling would suggest here, you can see you have this adventure style beak up front. Take note, it does not have a high fender. It has a standard fender down below here. That said, it comes standard, at least this variant, comes standard with crash bars and sliders here. So you won't really have to worry about dropping it if you decide to take this thing off-road. Moving on here to the back, you get these pannier racks and a top case bracket as well. So kita nyo, very versatile. Ready na siya for luggage, ready na for either soft bags here on the side and a top box here in the back. Or if you wanna look like that, you know, yung mga off-road adventure riders, they put soft bags all over, parang overlanding dating nung motorsiklo. Now, this motorcycle is powered by a 494cc parallel twin engine with a 180-degree crankshaft. It produces 53.1 horsepower and 50.5 Nm of torque, which is more than enough for highway riding and daily riding alike. It sends power to the rear wheel via a 6-speed manual transmission with a chain final drive. The Voge 525 DSX gets a KYB inverted fork with preload adjustability, and in the back it gets a KYB monoshock also with preload adjustability. The bike rolls on a 19-inch front and a 17-inch rear wheel with Metzeler tires as standard. Up front, a pair of Nissin disc brakes mated to a single rear disc brake complete with switchable ABS bring this bike confidently to a stop. Alright, now it's time to talk about the ergonomics. So swinging a leg over the Voge 525 DSX, you can see here at 5'8", I'm sitting comfortably on the balls of my feet. So the seat height of this motorcycle measures in around 810 to 830 millimeters depending on the preload adjustability of the rear shock. Right now I have it somewhere in the middle, so safe to say mga 820 siya. I'm very comfortable here with the seat height. And as for the riding position, the rider triangle here is fairly relaxed. So right now I have my knee, you know, it's bent very comfortably and my back is upright and straight. And I have a relaxed bend to the elbow as I sit upright on this motorcycle. It makes it perfect for long distance touring, and as well as when you need to stand up on the pegs, let's say you're going adventure riding, you're able to do that very easily because the bars are very wide and you have a lot of leverage to move your body around when tackling off-road terrain. Very nice. Now we get a good old-fashioned key, but just like most modern motorcycles today, this one comes with a massive, you know, TFT display. So there, it mukha siyang fighter jet animation, and it's fairly simple to use. Now you have your ambient air temperature, you have your front and rear tire pressure monitoring system, as well as an odometer and a mode switch. So what's nice about this motorcycle is that you can actually switch the ABS on and off by flicking the switch over here on the right side of the switch gear. So you just hold that and ABS will switch off there. And you can also switch off traction control through the switch here on the left side of the switch gear by holding that, and you'll see the TCS light will illuminate meaning that your traction control system has been disabled. So now let's fire it up. So there you go, guys. Nothing too special. It sounds like your run-of-the-mill 180-degree crankshaft parallel twin, you know, from engines of the likes of Kawasaki, Honda, as well as some of the earlier CF Moto models. Now, that's not to everyone's liking because, you know, it doesn't sound that great. But in practice, you know, these kinds of engines are very smooth and very linear, very beginner friendly, and they're also very comfortable when driving at high speeds on the highway, as well as tackling traffic in the city. So I think, you know, given the price of this motorcycle, you can't really fault it for that basic powertrain. So a major point of contention for a lot of buyers when it comes to Chinese-made motorcycles is, of course, quality and fit and finish. Now, as for the Voge 525 DSX, I'm happy to report that it is actually pretty good. That said, it's not perfect. It's not like Japanese or European levels, pero pwede na, no? Let's take a closer look here. So you'll see here that the paint finish, there's like a metallic silver paint, and it's very nice, very nicely done. However, when you look here down, the transition from the gloss to the matte surfaces, the panel gaps here are not perfect. Like you see here, medyo nakausli itong panel na to. It doesn't line up perfectly here. And if we look at the crash guards over here, the welds are very thick and very prominent. As well as down here, you can see some, yung mga tinatawag nila mga kulangot sa welds. Pero that's okay, I think, because again, this motorcycle is on the more affordable side of the spectrum, and all things considered, it's very well equipped. So if you take a look here naman sa likod, no, like I mentioned earlier, these luggage racks, they come as standard here. But again, you can see, you know, it's not like the Touratech or the SW Motec na very pulido yung pagkagawa. Here you still see some of this, you know, the magaspang yung welding niya. Some of the edges are a bit jagged. Parang, you know, it's obvious that this is mass-produced, made in a factory, designed to be, because it's factory equipment, right? It's OEM equipment, so it's designed to be produced in mass volume. So now if you take a look at the seat naman, you'll see it's a two-tone texture here. You get a sort of faux leather upholstery here on the sides, which I think is designed to be more matibay. And in the middle, you get this grippy, textured surface here, as well as here in the pillion seat. No, it's nice to look at. It feels very premium. Of course, the question is whether or not it'll hold up through years of abuse and the exposure to the elements. Now, ito naman sa exhaust, no? Those of you with a keen eye will notice that this muffler here kind of looks like a Terminioni exhaust, no? Parang yung mga aftermarket exhaust systems on the Ducatis, on the Ducati Multistrada. You get this carbon fiber looking end cap, which I don't think is real carbon. It's just carbon textured, as well as this heat shield, which is actually plastic. There's no carbon weave underneath. It's just textured here on the outside. But what is nice is this mesh cover on the muffler, which gives it that medyo racy, rally, aftermarket look. But this is a stock system. So, you know, if you're not really after the sound, because it's not really a good sounding engine, you don't really have to change the exhaust na kasi maganda na siya. It's nice and rally looking. It's a high pipe, no? Unlike the other touring motorcycles that have an underbelly exhaust, it gets a high pipe here with a heat shield, really giving it that athletic rally stance. Now with all that out of the way, it's time to throw on a helmet and go for a ride. Alright, so now we are hitting the road with the Voge 525 DSX, and it's easy to see just how easy and composed this motorcycle is to ride. So as I mentioned earlier in the walk around, this motorcycle is equipped with a 180-degree parallel twin engine. So it's a very basic engine configuration, something that's been around for decades now, and it's a similar engine architecture that you'll find on bikes from CF Moto, from Honda, from Kawasaki, as well as some bikes from Yamaha. So it's a very linear engine, very easy to control, and of course, very beginner friendly. That being said, it's no slouch. You know, this bike can easily go past 100 kilometers per hour, and it's actually pretty exciting to launch hard from stoplights because the acceleration is actually very, very linear. Another thing worth mentioning about this bike is the suspension. So of course, as an adventure-focused motorcycle, you expect quite a lot of suspension travel. But for this bike in particular, I like how smooth and comfortable it is to ride here on these provincial roads. But as you go out on the highway, the bike doesn't necessarily feel very wallowy. It still holds its composure very, very well. The brakes also, you get dual discs up front. They're very responsive, very easy to use, and they bring the bike confidently to a stop. Now the ergonomics of this motorcycle are as you would expect. Very upright, very commanding. Actually, it makes the bike feel like you're riding on something much bigger than it actually is. No, lalo na sa city, when you're surrounded by, you know, riders in their scooters and underbones, this bike is towering over them. Not just because of the ride height and the ground clearance, but also because of how imposing it feels when you're seated on this bike. The bars are wide, so you have a very upright seating position, and you can see really far ahead. The line of sight is great. Of course, you also have the built-in windscreen, you get the luggage rack, everything that makes this bike look like it's ready for a multi-day adventure out of town. So yeah, I think where the Voge 525 DSX shines the brightest isn't necessarily in its spec sheet, but rather the value it brings to the adventure bike segment. You know, not too long ago, bikes like this, you know, in this spec and in this configuration, will command upwards of 500,000 pesos. But this one you can buy for less than 400k. So it's just really incredible value for money for a platform that feels very familiar, very accessible to both new riders and experienced riders with a lot of kilometers under their belt can also very much enjoy and appreciate this platform. Alrighty, so there you have it, a quick first ride review of the Voge 525 DSX. Guys, this motorcycle, despite how, you know, basic and rudimentary it is, it's so much fun and so engaging to ride. I think this is one of those motorcycles that exemplifies the saying that less is more. You don't need 100 horsepower, you don't need all the ride modes, you don't need all the technology to have a great time out on the road. So yeah, like I said earlier, this motorcycle makes adventure riding more accessible to a wide range of riders. It's simple, effective, comfortable, and practical, and it can go the distance. Having said all that, it's time to talk about our ratings for this motorcycle. Let's start off with performance. So that 494cc parallel twin engine is simple. It's not the most dramatic, you know, hindi siya sobrang galit tumunog, hindi siya torquey masyado, but it occupies that Goldilocks zone when it comes to performance and power. You know, a first-time big bike rider can hop on this bike and maybe with 1 or 2 lessons from a professional training academy can master this motorcycle very easily. Meanwhile, an advanced rider with years of experience and off-road expertise can also enjoy this motorcycle on terrain like this, as well as back roads like the ones we are on right now. You know, the throttle response is on point. The traction control and the ABS can be switched off, which is very essential for performance riding. Because of that, performance for this motorcycle, 9 out of 10. So now we move on to handling. So this suspension setup, this KYB fork and rear shock combo is on point. You know, I love how you can adjust the preload on both sides. So ako at around 180 pounds, I'm able to dial in the preload here so it's not too spongy and it's not too stiff naman when I take it off-road. The brakes, despite being eggshelly mounted units, are still fairly responsive. I'm able to actuate them with just one finger. You know, the tires, the wheel setup, the 19-inch front and the 17-inch rear is the perfect compromise for both on-road performance and light off-road riding. So because of that well-rounded suspension and braking package, I'm going to give the handling of this bike another solid 9 out of 10. Now we move on to utility. So adventure bikes are kind of like the SUVs of the motorcycle world. And because of that, you know, it does quite a lot. It ticks a lot of boxes for a rider who wants to go long distance. So unlike other offerings in the market that don't come standard with these features, the 525 DSX comes standard with equipment you would otherwise equip on bikes in the aftermarket. So I'm talking about this crash guard and slider combo where you can easily mount auxiliary lights. But speaking of auxiliary lights, it already has built-in aux lights in here, which can be toggled with a switch on the handlebar. It also has this adjustable windscreen, which you can move up and down without any tools, right? So very easy and very convenient for long distance riding. Now moving on here naman to the rear, you get this luggage rack and pannier bracket, which you would easily spend 10 to 15,000 pesos on if you were to buy it aftermarket. So because of that utility, this bike deserves a solid 10 out of 10. Right now we move on to design. So overall design, we first talk about styling. So the styling of this, let's admit it, it's not very original. It's not, super head-turning. It looks like your regular old adventure bike with the angular bodywork, the two-tone finish. The DS logo here kind of reminds you of the GS, which I'm not sure is intentional or if it's a coincidence. But yeah, from afar, this thing does kind of look like a little bit of a smaller BMW GS. And I think that could be actually a good thing because it kind of challenges that idea of the GS, being affordable and all that. But I digress. Styling-wise, it looks good. It's very aggressive. It's very, mukha siyang athletic with a high pipe. But when it comes to fit and finish naman, it's not perfect. It's getting there. It's getting closer to the level of the Japanese and the European manufacturers. Pero if you take a really good look at the fit and finish, hindi pa siya talaga nandyan. It's getting there, but not quite there. So because of that, design, still a solid 8.5 out of 10. So now we move on to value for money, which is arguably the most important thing and is the top of mind for someone who is buying a Chinese-made motorcycle like this. So how much does this motorcycle cost? At the time of filming, you can buy this bike for as low as 380,000 pesos. So benchmarking that against its nearest Japanese competitor, which is the Honda NX500, which costs north of 400,000 pesos, as well as the Kawasaki KLE 500, which are far more expensive offerings, you could really save that money and spend it on maybe off-road riding lessons, good gear, and actually planning your next out-of-town trip with your motorcycle. So because of that, value for money, again, a solid 10 out of 10. Okay, now for the overall rating, this Voge 525 DSX makes a strong case for itself in the highly competitive adventure touring segment. It kind of ticks all the boxes that you could ask for. The comfortable riding position, decent power, comfortable suspension, and, adequate off-road capability with these tubeless wire-spoked wheels and dual sport tires from Metzeler. Voge may be a new brand in the Philippines, but it's an established player in the global market. It's available in Europe as the premium subsidiary of Lonsin, and if it passes European standard, it's more than enough for global standards as well. That being said, you can't go wrong with this tried and proven platform from a brand like Voge. As such, overall rating, solid 9 out of 10. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the garage on Ride By for the full written review of this motorcycle. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page. And don't forget, ride smart and buy smarter with Ride By.